what's up guys? It's me. You all read the title. I'm gonna be talking about, quite possibly, my worst financial decision I've ever made. And something I think about quite often, but I'm not entirely angry at, because it was a learning experience, and I've definitely grown as a person since then. But, let's get into it. Come back with me 2 years ago. If you're one of the few people who watch the channel, you may have heard me speak about a mobile game called Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. If you know what it is, that's great. I'm gonna explain it. It is a game where you get to use they're called cards. In reality, they're just like, you know, JPEGs of Dragon Ball characters, beloved Dragon Ball characters, I dare say, from all different arcs and all different forms. Some of them transform, some of them are straight up just, you know, specific versions. And you summon for these cards, and each one of these cards, you know, they have like basically their own little passive, which is like just like a paragraph, a few sentences to a paragraph that says like what they do. And then they have these things called super attacks, which play like cool little cutscenes. And then the cutscenes do damage, and you gotta like use the paragraphs. The paragraphs let you know, like, what the unit does, then, like, how well they can take an attack, what they can do to, like, a boss you're fighting. It's just, the cards do stuff, you make a team of 7, and you pop bubbles to get key, and the key lets you do the cutscenes. So, it's July of 2020. The game's 7th anniversary just happened. Get on. It's the game's 7th anniversary, which comes out, and it completely changes the way the game is played, right? Like, for literally 7 consecutive years, the game was, you know, pretty casual, right? Bosses didn't really hurt that much. Where? I'm waiting right here. Never mind, I guess I'm just gonna... Okay, that's cool. Well, it's her, right? So I'm not going to do anything crazy. So anyways, right? Get dunked on, Cav. The 7th anniversary comes out and it completely changes the way the game's played, right? It invalidates, like, I'm not joking, 90% of all of the units that come out. Because before, obviously every single year, you know, newer units would come out, the numbers would they'd get jumped up higher, older units would fall off, but like, by the time before the 7th anniversary, you could still use units that were like up to 2 years old, right? 7th anniversary comes out, the stuff that drops with the 7th anniversary, that's not the case anymore. The bosses are doing a lot of damage. Units need to have what, like, we would consider modern kits, right? They need to be doing more. 90% of the game is just dead. And Dokkan anniversaries, they drop 2 units. The 7th anniversary, you know, 7's a big number in Dragon Ball. 7 Dragon Balls. They chose hype characters. They chose a tag unit, Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta, that transform into a Super Saiyan 4, like Gogeta, right? They, like, fuse. And then a Super Saiyan God Goku and Vegeta that transform into Super Saiyan Blue Goku and Vegeta from DBS Broly, right? Hype cards. For a long time, it was considered, like, the best anniversary until the 9th one, which happened a few months ago on the Japanese version, but the 7th anniversary was huge. So Global gets its anniversary in July. I think I went into it with 600 Dragon Stones, right? Dragon Stones are the currency you use in the game. Dokkan's very interesting. Dokkan's very interesting in the sense that, like, you know, for most gacha games, which is what it is, it gives out a lot of, like, the currency for free. So I had a lot already. I had 600, which I saved up. And I expected to at least pull the Super Saiyan 4s, because they're who I summoned for first. They're who I wanted the most, right? I expected to at least just pull them. So, I wake up, I'm not joking, by myself, I wake up at 5. I don't know why, whenever a new banner drops in Dokkan, I automatically wake up really early in the morning. So I wake up at 5 in the morning. I'm tired. I'm not thinking right. So I summon on this banner. 500 stones. The way it works is it's, for like bigger banners, it's 3 multis, then you get a free one. So 500 stones, that's like 150, 300, 450, 3 times 9. That's like 12 multis, right? I don't pull the Super Saiyan Force. And in my head, I'm like, I want them. I need them, right? This isn't the thing of, oh, I can't just pull them. Because before, I've gotten shafted on anniversaries before, right? Like the 3rd and 4th anniversary, I didn't pull any of the units, right? I was fine. This is different, though. If I wanted to beat all this new content, I needed at least one of them. So I go to the store and I buy about 300 stones. Do my multis, I don't pull them. I go back, I buy more. Do the multis, I pull them this time. And I'm like, okay. I pulled them, like, pretty quickly after I bought this, like, the second set of stones. So I'm like, oh, okay, now I'll summon for the gods. And not only do I not pull the gods, I don't get a single featured unit, right? Because these banners, there's featured characters, right? Like, previous, like, celebration characters are on these banners. And they're all good. On the gods, I don't pull a single one. I'm like, oh, you're not doing this to me. You're not...
10 seconds left.
This isn't happening. You're not... You're not doing this to me. So, I go in.
5 seconds.
I buy more stones. I still don't pull anything. I bought maybe 500 more stones, and I summoned on the gods, and I did pull them, right? The game did not want me to, but I brute forced it, and I pulled both units. But by this point, it's like 6:30, right? I've legitimately been summoning for half an hour straight. And at this point, I'm awake, right? Like, my mind is working. How do I not... okay. Like, my mind is fully working. So I'm like, oh my god, how much money did I just spend? So I open up my bank app. I use, like, my Face ID to log in and everything. I use my Face ID to log in. I check the balance. It's like minus 680 something. Hi, this is Editing Michael. I realized after, like I said this, I didn't mean I was in the negative, right? I mean, like, on hold. This wasn't a thing where I checked and it actually, there was like negative $700 in my bank account. It was, I still had money, but it was like hold minus 700, right? I still had money. Don't think I went completely broke, right? I wanted to clarify that so I didn't jump scare you guys. Let's get back to the video. Oh! How did no. I didn't just do that. Okay. It's like 680 something. When I was in a great position, right? I worked during the summers. I had money. This wasn't a thing where it's like, oh my god, I financially ruined myself. Oh! Yeah, this wasn't a thing where I financially ruined myself. This game I popped off. But I still spent $700 in an hour! And I just, like, ever since then, right? I've just been thinking about this. Dude, that's just not okay. Now, this may sound crazy, right? Like, after this was the thing where I completely stopped spending money on Dokkan. I wish it was, that's not the case. Afterwards, like the 8th anniversary, the worldwide celebration, big banners I care about, I can justify in my head dropping like 30 to 100, right? It's not, I shouldn't, but I can somewhat justify that in my head and be like, you know, okay, sure, who cares, right? Dog. $700 is insane. It is just never... I can get this, can I? Yeah. It is just never justifiable in any circumstance. I may have a gambling addiction. I may have spent $50 this morning. But you know what? I This is my problem, and I have never spent that much money since, and I don't think I ever will. And yeah, no, this is just bad. I have a gambling addiction. I'm never going to Las Vegas or Atlantic City. I'm just never stepping foot in a casino ever. But you see what's on the screen right now. Alpha Pack opening. I want Black Ice for the MPX. Or the Commando 9. You... Hold up. Hold up, hold up. If this is Black Ice, that's gonna be hype. Okay, that's... Goodbye, guys. I'm gonna go now.